We begin tonight with breaking news. The Buffalo Bills' new punter is named in a lawsuit accusing him and two other men of gang. Good evening, everyone. Jackie is off tonight. The accuser suit says it happened while Matt Araiza was a college football player last year.
And that suit was filed hours ago in a county court in California.
Araiza joined the NFL in April, a sixth-round draft pick. The Bills admit to learning about the allegations in July. He was dropped by the team after the lawsuit went public. Araiza's accuser wonders why his career even got that far.
I can't put into words how upsetting it was when I've been facing the consequences for his actions.
No criminal charges have been filed.
Several months later.
Former San Diego State and Buffalo Bills punter Matt Araiza says his life is on hold after allegations of and a civil lawsuit was filed against him. Araiza has always denied his involvement in that alleged at a 2021 party, and now new evidence from prosecutors show he left the party an hour before the assault happened.
It came back up again recently because of this 220-page transcript in which prosecutors explained to the alleged victim that Araiza had left the party at which the alleged gang occurred an hour before it happened. So that has created a firestorm of its own.
Yeah, right.
This guy got railroaded.
Right.
This guy shouldn't have been cut.
Yeah.
This guy should still be in the NFL.
23-year-old San Diego State football star Matt Araiza had the world and the NFL at his fingertips. Nicknamed the punt god, Araiza was drafted in the 6th round by the Buffalo Bills in 2022. But that all came crashing down when he was accused in the gang of a 17-year-old girl at an SDSU house party. Though these were just allegations, the Bills cut him from the team just days later. Prosecutors in the case declined to press charges. Matt was never charged. A series of video clips of the alleged gang do not show Araiza, as he was not even present during the incident. But apparently, none of that matters. Not the evidence, not the lack thereof, nothing. Because in this era of cancel culture and believe all women, an accusation is enough to ruin someone, their life, and their future.
So this NFL star lost everything because a woman lied, and he wasn't even there. Wow. All right, people, get ready because today we're talking about this wild story featuring the punt god Matt Araiza. Now, he was accused of doing horrible things to a woman, but now that all the evidence has come out, he's been totally exonerated, but still can't get a job in the NFL because he was accused. So let's start with the details. Now, I have to heavily censor this because this is YouTube and the YouTube gods don't allow certain things on the platform, but you'll get a good idea of what the allegations are and what's being alleged. Here you go.
Buffalo Bills punter Matt Araiza is accused of a 17-year-old girl at a Halloween party last October. According to a lawsuit filed Thursday, the alleged incident happened just 6 months before the Bills drafted him in the 6th round. In the lawsuit, the plaintiff, who is referred to as Jane Doe, says she met Araiza at a party at the residence where he lived. At some point during the party, the lawsuit claims, quote, Araiza then led Doe inside the house and into a bedroom. There were at least 3 other men already in the bedroom. The lawsuit names those 3 men as current or former members of the San Diego State football team. The lawsuit goes on to say she stumbled out of the room, bloody and crying, and immediately told her friends she had been.
Now, I need you to understand, she was alleging that Araiza was in the room during the incident. Here is how ESPN described the allegations.
Then when you hear the details, the
details are extremely disturbing, and I want to say one thing, and I was grateful that you had sent me the CBS News interview because I hadn't seen it. I saw ABC World News prior. Her father spoke out, but the victim obviously speaking out, and Stephen A. Obviously, I'd read the details in our ESPN article, but seeing the visuals, the bruises all over her legs, the bruises on her neck being held down for 90 minutes. I won't go further into the details. It's a morning show. They're very disturbing, and it's only if people. But a lot of times when we talk about, hey, no one's there, he said, she said. I mean, they have the visual evidence as well.
Listen, he's in trouble. He's in trouble.
Yeah.
Listen, when the district attorney is saying we're looking into this because we did not know, and now that we know this, we're looking into this. He's in a world of trouble because let me tell you, they didn't happen by accident. They didn't happen by accident. Okay, something happened to that young lady.
Yeah.
And it's clear. And the fact that she is a gang.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking imprisonment.
Yeah.
We're not talking settlement. We're not talking a civil case. A civil case may come with it, but we're talking potential imprisonment. And Matt Araiza, if you're innocent, you're innocent. I don't know. None of us know. We weren't there. But you and whoever you were with and that young lady.
Yeah.
We don't know. But if there's truth to this, you're going to jail.
The Buffalo Bills then fired Matt Araiza from the team, and the media demanded it. His life was put on hold, and remember, people, he was totally innocent. It was proven that he wasn't even there when the woman said the alleged assault occurred. Now, police and law enforcement started investigating these serious claims and found a video of the incident. Somebody had actually recorded it. Now, the video showed not only that Araiza wasn't there, but that the alleged assault didn't even happen. The woman was a willing participant. Now, after seeing the video, the DA and the police closed the case. They charged no one. Here's what the video showed.
Threefold. One is nowhere in those videotapes will you see Matt Araiza because he wasn't in the room. Secondly, they will depict that the plaintiff was a willing participant in the sexual acts that occurred that evening. And thirdly, it shows that she was not engaging in conduct that would be distressing at the time.
The videos were obtained by the San Diego Police Department during their investigation, and these are the same videos the district attorney's office reviewed when they decided not to file any criminal charges against any of the players, including former SDSU and Buffalo Bills punter Matt Araiza.
Now, there's another video of the woman at the center of this incident. See, Matt Araiza says that he had consensual sex with this woman that night, but this was hours before the alleged assault. See, after the video came out showing that Araiza wasn't even in the room and had left about an hour earlier, the woman then changed her tune. They are now claiming that, hey, she never claimed that Araiza was involved in a gang assault, even though you've heard all the news media saying that he was. They're now claiming that they're suing Matt Araiza under a theory of statutory blank.
And the bottom line is my client has said from day one, she went to the police right away and said it was Matt Araiza that led me from the side yard into the room. And then she never alleged that she never alleged that, never said that in the complaint, never said that in the police report that he was part of the gang. We were very careful of that. What she said was he led her to the room, and then when she got into the room, she was shoved from behind onto the bed. That's been her allegation from the very beginning.
Am I missing where there was any clarification done from your side when he was being accused of all over the place to say, hey, we're not the ones accusing him?
Okay, there's a thing called statutory, right? And there's a thing called by intoxication. And then there's a thing called forcible. So Mr. Araiza has already admitted to having sex with this young woman, 17 years old, on the side yard. He actually went on TV yesterday and admitted it. He was admitting it slowly through his attorneys, dating back a few months. But when you're 21 years old and the girl is 17 years old, that's a felony. It's called felony statutory. And in statutory, consent is not an issue.
Now, there's a problem with even this. See, in California, the prosecution needs to prove that Matt Araiza knew or should have known that the victim, the alleged victim, was 17 and not 18. So this is the way it works in California. Let's say you go to a nightclub, and in that nightclub, they only allow adults in, people who are over the age of 21. Well, in that case, if you meet someone and have sex with someone that you met inside that nightclub, the law presumes that a reasonable person would think that everybody in there was over the age of 18, right? So even if you were to have sex with someone and then find out later that they're only 17, then you didn't have the requisite mental state. There was no way you could have known or should have known that that person was under the age of 18. Now, we can flip that and say, if this was a high school party, well then at a high school party, you're more likely to meet people who are under the age of 18, And you couldn't use that excuse that, hey, I didn't know, because the law would say, well, you should have known this could happen. And you could be held criminally responsible for statutory blank. Now, in this case, they were at a college party, and the woman claims that she told everyone at the party she was 17, and everyone knew it. But the video of the incident and all the witnesses at the party say that no, the woman was telling everyone that she was 18. And more evidence came out that the woman was going around telling people she was actually 18 years old. Here's a video from a party the day before, and listen specifically to what this woman is telling people her age is.
Okay, because I've seen this YouTube video of her that was recorded the night before at a completely different party, where she's telling people she's 18. She's going into very graphic details about her past sexual encounters. Have you seen that video?
I have, yes, sir.
Is that the way she was acting the night you met her?
No, more contained for sure. That video is pretty wild.
My body counts over 20. I'm only 18.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
My first body is like 15.
Like, how old were you?
14. I'm only 18.
Over 20?
I mean, I ate somebody's ass before, but that's only because they wanted it.
On air.
Now, along with all the witnesses, even her friends claiming that she told everyone she was 18, the DA's office cleared Araiza of any statutory charges. Now, the story gets even crazier. This woman is now doing media claiming that she's happy that Araiza was cut. She's happy that he lost his job. Remember, he wasn't even there, and the video refutes her claims. Matter of fact, she now claims that he wasn't there, and she never said he was there. But listen to her talk about how she's happy that he was fired from all his jobs, even though she knows that he's innocent of the claims.
Matt getting cut from the team definitely was a boost for me. I was really starting to feel hopeless.
Araiza's accuser speaking out in her first ever TV interview with our sister station in San Diego, saying she feels Araiza should have never made it to an NFL team given the serious accusations against him.
Of course, I do wish that something was done sooner. I wish that he was never drafted, but that is just how it is. I'm trying to be as understanding as possible.
So this woman claims she was assaulted. The media took these allegations and demanded that this man be fired. Araiza always claimed that this was a money play, and I believe she was after his money. But when the story first came out, the sports media took the woman's side and said, of course she's not after his money. Matter of fact, listen to their reasons why.
And the authorities in San Diego, apparently, the detectives in the case, according to the LA Times, just recently handed their evidence to authorities in Southern California to decide whether charges need to be filed against Matt Araiza, who denies this through his lawyer, who said that the individual in the case, he inferred it's a money play, which is interesting because usually money plays are not involving third-round drafted punters in the NFL. And certainly money plays don't usually occur when somebody goes to the police the day after the incident, as the civil lawsuit lays out and the Los Angeles Times has reported. So based on everything that I am seeing, the Bills, who are playing tonight with Araiza on the team, I don't know what their recourse is other than to sit him down for sure for the time being while this is playing out. And cutting him sounds like a pretty damn good idea too, but I don't have all the facts in the case right now, but I wanted to just say what I'm thinking and feeling reading this. Outrage isn't just as a father and a human on the planet, and then gobsmacked and absolutely gutted, and then also embarrassed that we had him part of our NIL deal.
And just to be clear, he was cut and lost millions of dollars. Now, to be fair, some of the media have reported on the exoneration, but they blame Matt Araiza for not telling them that he wasn't even there at the beginning of the case. Check it out.
Something that is going to be there
with
potential developments. And I go all the way back to last August because look, there's a lot of folks that are mad that, the media is responsible for this. The allegations in the civil lawsuit are what they are. If there was clear evidence that he wasn't even at the party and had been gone for an hour before the gang allegedly happened, that's the kind of stuff that should have been shouted from the rooftops by someone last August. If that's the thing that caused the prosecutors not to pursue charges, if we'd have known that back then, it would have been a lot easier to bang that drum. All we knew, it was one big stew of allegations and counter allegations, and nobody knows what really happened, and it's going to be difficult to get to the truth. So
who should shout it out, Mike?
Prosecutors see it.
Who, like, is that on the prosecutors?
Well, no, I mean from his side. No. If his camp can prove, and eventually did prove to the satisfaction of the prosecutors, that he was gone an hour before this happened. It should have been coming from his camp. It should have been coming from his lawyers back in August of last year. Because then that's something that we could have kind of sunk our teeth into and said, hey, look, folks, wait, Bills, whoa. Sounds like this guy's got an alibi. Sounds like this guy was gone. So it's a complicated situation. And look, prosecutorial discretion is a very fluid thing. A lot of times they'll only take on cases that they think they can win at trial, and we know it's a high standard. And I don't know that anything is going to be proven beyond a reasonable doubt, given the evidence and the allegations and just the circumstances of that evening.
So now what happens? Well, the case is still going on, but we've seen this time and time and time again. Here's a link to the Trevor Bauer video, where he was accused of the same type of assault, but because there was video and text messages that prove the woman in that case just made the whole thing up to try to get at Trevor Bauer's money, he was exonerated. Let's not forget about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, another case where the woman clearly lied. All the evidence showed that she lied, but Johnny Depp lost everything. But what are we going to do as a civilization? Allegations alone seem to be enough to destroy someone's life. Trevor Bauer was kicked out of Major League Baseball and still couldn't get his job back. Johnny Depp lost everything. All his movie roles, remember, were gone. And now Matt Araiza is blackballed from the NFL, all because this woman lied. Now, don't get me wrong. There are real victims of these type of things out there. But until women like this are held accountable criminally, I think they'll continue to try this and destroy men's lives. There is literally no consequences for this at all. Even when they're caught red-handed, as these women were. These women were caught red-handed lying. And the men have lost everything. Now, tell me where I'm wrong in the comment section. Tell me why you think that I'm spouting nonsense. But until our society catches up and says this is wrong, destroying someone's life and lying about it is wrong, then I think these women will continue to do it, and I'll continue to cover these stories. With that, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all that great YouTube stuff. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and I'm going to see you next time. Peace.